Welcome to final BSc Statistics students. In paper 6 in unit 1 lesson 7, the topic of lesson 7 is natural tolerance limits and specification limits. Natural tolerance limits and specification limits. Come and discuss what are natural tolerance limits. What is the definition? What is the definition of natural tolerance limits? In a manufacturing process, let mu be the process mean and sigma be the process standard deviation. As I have specified many number of times, standards of the process. Now we can easily now observe that mu is the process mean, which means it is one of the standard of the process, and sigma be the process standard deviation. This is another measure of the standards, another standard of the process. The process mean and process standard deviation. What we have considered, these are the two particular standards of the process, mu and sigma. Then the limits mu plus or minus 3 sigma, the limits mu plus or minus 3 sigma is known as natural tolerance limits. The limits mu plus or minus 3 sigma are called the natural tolerance limits. The variability of the process 6 sigma, that is mu plus 3 sigma minus the difference between these two, mu plus 3 sigma minus mu minus 3 sigma is known as natural tolerance. That is this much tolerance, the maximum tolerated limits, the maximum tolerated, the percent of error is going to be allowed in the any kind of process is nothing but 6 sigma. So therefore natural tolerance limits are mu plus or minus 3 sigma. Natural tolerance limits are mu plus or minus 3 sigma. From the normal probability law, the probability of any sample unit lying outside the natural tolerance limits is 0.0027. We have studied this in 3 sigma control limits. The statistical basis of Shewhart control charts very clearly. This is what again it is repeating here. From the normal probability law, the probability of any sample point lying outside the natural tolerance is 0.0027. That is very small. If the process mean and standard deviation are mu and sigma, which are not given, in a case which are not given, then we estimate mu and sigma by, first of all, mu by x double bar and sigma by either r bar by d2 or s bar by c2. This was specified as mu cron is equal to x double bar and sigma cron is equal to either r bar by d2 or s bar by c2. In this case, the natural tolerance limits are calculated by the estimated values. With the help of estimated values, the natural tolerance limits are calculated by mu cron plus or minus 3 into sigma cron. Mu cron plus or minus 3 into sigma cron, which is the very simple definition, natural tolerance limits. You can simply write as mu plus or minus 3 sigma. Mu plus or minus 3 sigma. Now come to what is the definition of specification limits? With the definition of specification limits. The specification limits are those which are desired or fixed by the consumer. That is, which are not in the hands of the producer. Completely which are fixed by the consumer. Which are also specified as satisfaction levels. Depending on various satisfaction levels, these limits are going to be specified. Now you see, it is very simple specification. Let the upper specification limit USL and lower specification limit LSL, which are denoted by X maximum and X minimum respectively, for some particular qualitative characteristic. For some particular qualitative characteristic. So this is the definition of a simple definition. Again, these two are very simple definitions. Natural tolerance limits are mu plus or minus 3 sigma, where mu and sigma are process mean and process standard deviation, whereas specification limits are X maximum and X minimum, USL and LSL, upper specification limits and lower specification limit. So which are desired and fixed by the consumer. Now you see the comparison. The relation between natural tolerance limits and specification limits. The relation between natural tolerance limits and specification limits. Now you observe one by one. There are three cases. Case 1. Specification limits are greater than the tolerance limits. Are greater than tolerance limits. That is, if X maximum minus X minimum, which are specification limits, greater than 6 sigma. That is why we have calculated natural tolerance mu plus 3 sigma minus mu minus 3 sigma. It is known as natural tolerance, which represents the comparison of natural tolerance limits with the specification limits. You observe, if X maximum minus X minimum greater than 6 sigma, specification limits lie outside the natural tolerance limits. In this case, you observe this figure. You observe the figure clearly. This is what the figure in which we have calculated everything and we specified all the values, that is in terms of graph. You see, we have taken CL, UCL, LCL. What UCL and LCL represents? Natural tolerance limits. And also specified X maximum, X minimum. X maximum, X minimum. You see, you represented X maximum here and we have represented X minimum here. Okay, and UCL, CL, LCL, which are represented clearly. Okay, now you come and observe the remaining all points. All the points one by one. The larger the ratio, the X maximum minus X minimum to the natural tolerance 6 sigma, to the natural tolerance 6 sigma, the greater is the likelihood of getting good product without assistance from any control chart. That is, if natural tolerance limits are within the specification limits, then in such a case no need to have a control chart, because customer is satisfying. Customer satisfaction levels are more than the whatsoever we have calculated with the help of the control chart, UCL, LCL, etc., and specifying that and examining that whether the process is under control or not. Even though the process is under control, but satisfaction levels of consumer is more than this kind of adopting procedure. So therefore, obviously, without checking, without assistance of any control chart, we can specify that the quality of the product is good. This will imply that the process is too good for the product, and it may be economical to examine if relaxations in the conditions of the production. If we consider any conditions of the production, we can have a relaxation. To examine, not conditions are going to be relaxed. To examine if the relaxations in the conditions of production, it is so economical. So such kind of conclusion we can draw because of the natural tolerance limits are within the specification limits, that is specification limits are greater. Then in such a case, customer satisfaction is more. Then we can definitely say, we can definitely conclude that the product is too good. The process is also very good. It is good to accept this kind of qualitative product. This is case 1. Case 2. Case 2 is specification limits coincide with the tolerance limits. That is x maximum minus x minimum is equal to 6 sigma. This is an ideal situation. This is an ideal situation. In this case, a process in statistical quality control obviously implies that the product is meeting the specifications. That's what we can just simply considering the control chart and all the points coincide, that is within the control limits UCL and LCL. Therefore, we can simply conclude that the process is under statistical quality control, and as well as the specification limits coincides the tolerance limits. The UCL and LCL, that is UCL, USL, LCL, LSL are same, are equal. This is an ideal situation where the process is under statistical quality control. All the measurements which are drawn to test, to examine any quality of the product which are meeting the specifications, Now come to case 3. Specification limits are less than tolerance limits. That means x maximum minus x minimum is less than 6 sigma. In this case, a slight shift in the process average will increase in the percent defective. In this situation, readjustment of the process is advisable. Now come to the point. If the natural tolerance are not included within the specification limits, but that is whatever the natural tolerance limits which are calculated as per the samples are drawn, and based on that whatever the conclusions we have drawn, but which are not within the specification limits. And then one particular point, even though the process is under control, the process average is perfectly centered at the specific mean. In such a case where the production of an appreciable quantity of defective articles is inevitable. This particular point we have clearly discussed in one of the interpretation of the control chart. Even though the process is under statistically quality control, but some of the points very nearer to the central line, which never happens, because any production process has an inherent variability in nature. Because any kind of production process has inherent variability. So therefore, if that such kind of variability is not there, then definitely there is some particular differences in the process. So in which if you observe here, we have specified very clearly a slight change in the process average will increase the percent defective. It increases percent defective. In such a situation, readjustment of the process is advisable. So some kind of the process is to be readjusted. So therefore, in this situation, in the situation where the natural tolerance limits which are based on the natural tolerance limits, even though the process is said to be under statistical equality control, but the specification limits are less than the tolerance limits. That because in such a case where specification limits are within the tolerance limits, which must be beyond the natural tolerance limits, even in a case where specification limits are less than the tolerance limits, natural tolerance limits, where in which situation readjustment of the process is advisable. Readjustment of the process is advisable for process average, process dispersion, or both. This is the case 3 in which specification limits are less than natural tolerance limits. These are the 3 specific cases, and relation between specification limits and natural tolerance limits. These kinds of 3 cases can be observed. Thank you.